Hello and welcome to Electro Studies. In this session, I'm going to discuss important aspects from the topic measurements. I'm focusing permanent magnet moving coil instrument. It is also known as PMMC instrument. First of all, I would like to explain the fundamental points, which is very important for your exam point of view. Thereafter, let us solve questions based on PMMC instruments. Everybody please note PMMC means permanent magnet moving coil instruments. Okay, short form is PMMC. It works based on the principle of whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a torque, same that of DC motor you must have learned. Therefore, we can say that there is a deflecting torque. Whatever I mentioned is there's a production of torque whenever a conductor is placed in a magnetic field. The deflection torque you can calculate by using the formula TD is equal to N into I into A into B. Here, N is the coil. How many number of turns you are going to use? I is the current flowing through the coil or conductor. A is the area. B is the flux. Flux density, not flux density. Flux density is nothing but total flux per unit area, that is Weber per meter square, or you can call it as Tesla. Clear. So another important point, PMMC is mainly used for measurement of uniform scale. Uniform scale. Okay, the scale of the PMMC instruments will be always uniform. Then what kind of damping it is employed here? So normally eddy current damping is employed here. Eddy current damping. Okay, please make a note of this. Also, what kind of control? Is it a spring control or gravity control? Usually, in PMMC instrument, spring control is employed. Spring control. Some kind of direct questions may be asked based on these points. One more important information. The PMMC instruments can be converted into ammeter and voltmeter. Suppose your requirement is to measure current, then you have to convert PMMC into ammeter. How it is possible? It is possible by connecting a small shunt resistance parallel to the PMMC instruments. So you have to observe here very carefully. We have a PMMC instruments. This is your PMMC. Okay, PMMC instruments. So we have a load, whatever it may be, resistive or inductive load, and we are providing the supply. So you are informed to calculate the total amount of current flowing through the load. What you are supposed to do? You need to convert PMMC into ammeter. So you need to connect one shunt resistance. Okay, it is called RS or RSH. Some literature you can see RSH. We call it as RS, whatever it may be, RS or RSH. Anything is comfortable. Okay, so PMMC offers a certain resistance called meter resistance because it's a component. No, definitely it offers a certain resistance that is called RM. Now, when you provide the supply, the total current I will be flowing. Okay, so at this point, I is getting divided. The current flowing through the resistance RSH is called ISH. The current flowing through the meter PMMC, that is called IM. I think it's clear to all. Now, what you can do is you can calculate the RSH. How to calculate RSH? There is a formula. Derivation is not required right at this moment. RSH is equal to RM divided by M minus 1. RM divided by N minus 1. This is the way how to calculate the shunt resistance required to convert PMMC into ammeter. So the value of resistance is very smaller. It is minute only. Also, what is M here? M is known as multiplication factor. M is nothing but multiplication factor. Okay. multiplication factor. How to calculate multiplication factor? It is nothing but I divided by IM. If you take the ratio of I and IM, you will be getting multiplication factor. I think it's clear to all. This is the way how to calculate. How to calculate the unknown value of resistance. Okay. Let us move on. How to measure voltage by using PMMC. So we have to convert PMMC into a voltmeter. So we have PMMC. This is your PMMC. So what you are supposed to do is connect a series resistance. You are supposed to use the series resistance. Okay, you can call RS. The value of series resistance should be very much high. So we have the supply, correct? We are having the supply, the positive, negative, because it's a DC now. So we have the supply. Then we have the load. You need to measure the voltage across the load, correct? So this is your total current, I. Okay. I. Then current is getting divided. One is IL. Then this is your IS, or you can call it as IM, because RS and PMC are connected in series. Same current flows to the circuit. So now do one thing. How to calculate the additional resistance RS, which you can convert PMMC into voltmeter. So RS you can calculate by using the formula. RS is nothing but RM into M minus 1, where M is known as multiplication factor. So you can use the formula to calculate multiplication factor by using the formula V by Vm. This is the formula to calculate multiplication factor. So using this formula, you can compute the series resistance RS. Okay. Also, there is one formula for calculating sensitivity. Sensitivity you can calculate by using the formula Rm plus Rs divided by V. This is the formula to calculate sensitivity of the device. What is the unit of sensitivity? Unit of sensitivity. The numerator, it will be obviously ohm per volt. So ohm per volt is the unit of sensitivity. So in this session, I discussed about what is the importance of PMMC instrument, why PMMC instrument is required, then how will you compute, how will you measure current and voltage by using PMMC instrument. For measuring voltage, what I am supposed to do? So I need to connect a high resistance series to the PMMC meter or PMMC instrument. If I want to convert PMMC into ammeter, I need to use a shunt resistance which should have smaller value. And how to calculate deflecting torque, then what type of scale is there, what type of damping you are going to employ in PMMC instrument. Ultimately, what is the control which is used in the PMMC instrument. So these are the topic which is required for solving the numerical example. Some theory type questions will be asked directly. Okay, this is very essential for the instrumentation students. Okay, so we can expect some sort of questions in the competitive examination. In the coming class, I am going to discuss with some important numerical example based on the PMMC instrument. Stay tuned. Happy learning. Thank you.